I guess, Obama, my question is this. Why was Sterling not investigated? Even if you put it into Cult Watcher and your government's list on cults, I don't see Sterling listed. In fact, I haven't found anything about them online, and yet they exist. Not only do they have 5 properties in California, but they exist nationwide as people that are hired to fuck with people. So this is a domestic threat, and it is by no means not terrorism. So I know we're like overly sensitive about the term terrorism here in America, and we're highly overly reactive to, the whatever 3% issue that it is. So why wasn't there any reaction to investigating Sterling, which has been a group for what? A while. It started in the Midwest, right? I just don't get that. Like, being as I've been providing more and more evidence to my own credibility, why has nothing been done? I told you what was happening with the phone. I told you I didn't have any money, and yet none of it was being investigated. It was like, I don't know, there was just like a lack of compassion with this, basically what feels like a social psychological experiment done on me of like, well, let's just see what happens if we don't help. Well, what happened is I went through hell, and you all watched, and how do I ever fully psychologically recover from that? I mean, I don't know. I'll be fine, but it really takes a level of like having to never truly trust anyone again. That's what's required. It's like an adaptive strategy that has to necessarily occur in order for me to move on with my life. So, I don't know. I understand that people lied. I also understand that I told you they were paid to a long time ago. And, when did you see me buying drugs? Oh, you saw porns with me doing drugs? Yeah, well, I told you they weren't me. So, I don't know. When someone tells you a sex cult after them and then porns are being made en masse, like, you think there's any relation? Oh, yeah. Have you looked at these people? Mally's grinding up on her own mom. Okay? They're in classes watching each other touch each other. Everyone is hooking up with everyone. You don't believe me? Look at the pictures I've put up. It's not like they're hiding it. So, Obama, why are there children in the room of sex parties? That alone, despite everything else I've said, should be enough for them to be investigated. And truly, I think the only reason that you haven't is because you know exactly who they are. And Richard goes to the Bohemian Grove. And isn't that special? So fucking what? I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I've been calling for help from anybody for a really painfully long time now. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head back to the library.